Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven, and I'm in a new game called Staxel. I was fortunate enough to get a key for this game from the developer, and I was very happy about that because of the fact that I do really like these style of games. What are these style of games, you may ask? Well, this is like a Harvest Moon style game, but instead of a top-down view, you can actually play either in first person or in third person, like this. Personally though, I prefer to play in first person. Personally. You can see there's also an FOV slider, so that's kind of handy. So in this video I just want to talk about my first impressions. I've been playing the game for about 4 or 5 hours. And I want to give my first impressions. I want to talk about some of the things I like about the game, some things I don't like, and also some of the ways I've found of earning money at the start of the game. I don't think these are going to grow. The first thing I do is water all my plants. Mwah. And yeah, one of the things I'll say, and I think that's actually died, but never mind. One of the things I'll actually say is, I would imagine a lot of people will be put off this game by the voxel Minecraft style of graphics. If I was the developer of this game, personally I don't think I would have used this style of graphics, because a lot of people seem to instantly be put off by that. They say, oh, it's just another Minecraft clone, you know, and so I would say don't allow that to put you off, you know. This is more like a Harvest Moon farming style of game, and I would say that if you like those styles of games, that you'll really like this game, I would say. I mean, I have played a lot of Harvest Moon games and I really enjoy this game. Fair enough, it's not the finished article, it is in early access, but the game already seems to have a very solid backbone of those Harvest Moon style mechanics, and I can already see that the developers are updating the game on a very regular basis, which is great. Okay, so some of the things that I like about the game, I mean, obviously it goes without saying that I really like the Harvest Moon style of gameplay, the farming, the building up your area, stuff like that. So yeah, obviously the gameplay I really like. Some of the other things I really like about the game, I do, and I need to feed my cat. It is a cat. Is it a cat? Yeah, I need to feed my cat. Yeah. There you go. One of the things I really like about this game is I really like the storage. Rather than having a chest like that, all of the storage in this game is actually out, realistically, like this. Actually on shelves. I really like that. It really adds immersion, and it's, well, I'm really amazed that other games have not had this in the past, or certainly I haven't ever played a game that has storage in this way, and I think it's a really good idea. And also all of the markets are like this, and I will show you that a bit later. One of the other things I really like is the fact that when you are doing any crafting, you actually have to physically place things onto a crafting table, and again, I really like that. I'm not sure that I have anything on me that I can chop. Yes, I do. I have a cabbage. So look, I'll show you exactly what I mean. You see, there's actually some physical process involved, and I think that's really good. So I really like the way the crafting is done in this game. Now, some of the things that I don't like as much. Now, obviously, this is an early access game, and I'm sure that they're already aware of a lot of these things, or they're already working on a lot of these things, but so far these are some of the things I'm not so keen on. There doesn't seem to be any food or drink requirement on your character, or certainly I haven't seen any so far. It would be nice if they were to add that. It's a bit weird that you can actually make food in the game, but it seems like that your character doesn't actually have to eat or drink. So I find that a little bit weird. I'm sure that they are going to add that. One thing that I would say though is I don't want them to go overboard. Loads of games they go really, really overboard on that, where you have to eat all the time and drink all the time. You know, obviously I would like it in, but I don't want it to be crazy like that. I like it to feel immersive and realistic, where you only have to eat like a few times a day, something like that. One of the other things I'm not so keen on is I found at the start of the game that the actual farming was quite hard. It was quite grindy for you to make any money at the start of the game using farming, which seems a little bit weird in a Harvest Moon game. Again, I'm pretty sure they're aware of this from reading the forums, so I'm pretty sure that they will be working on this. It is very hard, right, to balance these kind of games, because they, you know, you certainly don't want to make it way too easy, but I feel that at the moment earning from the actual farming is quite hard, certainly at the start of the game, because whenever you harvest stuff, I think actually the sunflower is the only thing I saw that will give you seeds when you harvest it, and even then it doesn't actually give you every time. But most other things, when you harvest them, it doesn't actually give you any seeds. So what you have to do is you have to buy the seeds in the market, and the problem there is the cost of the seeds is very, very similar to the cost of, or the value of the vegetables when you sell them in the market. So that isn't really ideal. There is another way you can try to harvest this stuff. I don't even know what it is. Is it grass or something? This stuff. You can harvest that, and every so often that will drop seeds, but that will only give you what they call mixed seeds. So it's basically like randomized ones. You can't choose what you get, and they don't seem to drop that often. You can actually charge your stuff here by holding down the button, which makes it a bit faster. But yeah, as you can see, I've already harvested quite a lot, right? And I've not actually got any seeds so far. So I kind of feel like the actual vegetable farming stuff at the beginning of the game anyway is a bit too grindy and a bit too hard for me to make any money. I will say that I'm certainly not an expert in the game, but this is what I've found so far, you know? So my plan is that I want to try to transform the vegetables that I've grown. So ever since I worked out I'm not going to earn a lot of money from selling the vegetables on their own, I've been holding on to them, and I've invested in some stuff here for cooking. So I've got a cutting here and a combining station here. So my idea is to try to transform the food that I grow into actual recipes, and you can actually buy more of these in the market. And then I'm hoping when I sell that will be worth a lot more than selling only the vegetables. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's basically... Oh, one more thing. I find that in the communal areas, they're really overcrowded and cluttered with so much stuff. Now, I don't know if that was a purposeful design choice. Maybe the idea is that at the start of the game, everything is untidy, and then you're supposed to help them to, like, tidy up the village. But I just find it overcrowded and very cluttered, as you can see. I mean, if you've got OCD, this would be a bit of a nightmare, I think. So yeah, it would be nice, like, if that was slightly less cluttered. Like I said, it might have been something they actually did on purpose as a design choice, I don't know, but also because the graphics are not very well optimized at the moment, so it's not really helping when you go into like the village area, and that's really affecting the frames because there's so much stuff the game has to render, and also the graphics are not optimized, right? Okay, while I'm here, I'll just very quickly show you the interaction. So some of the characters in the game do already have some like interaction. Like I believe that this lady will help you to do fishing. I can't remember. Yeah. Oh no, she's basically talking about bug collecting. There's another one. So they're not all fully fledged out, but I can see there are a few of the characters. They will give you quests and stuff like that, and I'm sure that as the game gets more developed that they will carry on improving that and filling out more of the characters. Okay, one other thing is, if I was to stay here and not really actually go to sleep, all that happens is you just sleep where you are, right? But there doesn't seem to be a penalty for that. It would be nice if you somehow got tired if you didn't sleep, and that there was some penalty if you were, didn't go to bed in time. Now it sounds like that I have been saying a lot of bad things about the game, but please don't actually get me wrong with that. It's, I do really enjoy the game. I am going to be playing the game more, and obviously, like I said, this game is in early access, and I'm sure they're going to be working on it a lot. I mean, it's already a really fun, really cool game, and I'm sure that they will improve it. I am merely just pointing out some of the gripes that I have found in the game since I've been playing it, and I have only been playing it for about 5 hours. So yeah. Okay, so I want to show you now what I worked out were the ways that I can earn money in the game. As soon as I worked out that I wasn't going to earn a lot from selling vegetables, I thought of other ways that I can then earn a bit of money outside of the actual farming. Now, I've started off by just finding random trees in the world and chopping them like this, collecting the wood. Sometimes the wood will like fly all over the place. Anyway, whatever, I can't see anymore. But then I go, now obviously this is the main village area, and in this area there is like a hardware store. Oh, hello. This is not the hardware store, excuse me. That is the regular supermarket. This is the hardware store over here. And inside this hardware store, this is where you can process stuff. Now, I'll show you first very quickly. This is really awesome that when you walk into a shop, that you can buy stuff directly off of the shelves. It's very realistic, very immersive. I love that. I think that's really cool. Okay. So, what I would do is I would grab my raw wood like so, and I would process that into lumber like so. See? Then I would go and flog the lumber. Now at the moment I don't earn a lot for this, but at the start of the game it felt like I earned more from this. but I think now it's only a little bit. But at the very start of the game, when I did this, it would actually give me enough for me to get by and buy some of the basic tools and stuff like that. Now, after this, I worked out another way that you can actually make a fair amount of money early on in the game. And that was, I came in the market and I worked out you could buy a bug net like that. And it's kind of cheap. And all you have to do is run around in the environment and find some kind of insects, butterflies, stuff like that. You can usually see the butterflies hovering, like over here, or over here. And I'll show you very quickly that this actually earns you way more from, than any other things that I've done in the game. That's why I have almost 4,000 of the currency. It's just basically mostly because of this. Now, it doesn't really take you a lot of effort. I mean, I haven't been doing this for hours and hours, but as I run around, it's quite easy to pick up the butterflies anyway, as you can see, right? Now, while I'm at it, one other thing I find a bit weird in the game is you can actually do actions from very far away. So I can harvest this from like all the way over here, look, which is very, very weird, isn't it? I think they will sort that out. I think they will sort this out, but it just feels a bit weird that I can do those kind of actions, look, from so far away. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Okay, so as you can see, look, that is worth quite a lot of money, right? So that is what I would highly recommend when you start this game. A great way for you to make a bit of money at the start, so you don't have to worry so much. I mean, obviously they're worth a wide, the variety of insects vary in price, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty... Oh, I think I'm actually doing that wrongly. Sorry. But yeah, that's a far easier way for you to earn a bit of money at the start, and I totally didn't see that one down there. Okay. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the video. I'm certainly not an expert in the game. I'll be playing the game more, and I'll be hopefully making more videos to explain anything else that I do or find in the game. I actually have been doing quite a lot of work because, as you can see, usually the areas in the game look like this with loads of stuff. My farm area used to look like this as well until I actually cleared it all out, as you can see. So that was quite hard work. And also the barn here, I'm in the process of making a barn, hopefully. If any of you guys are playing the game, I'd love to know what hints you have, because like I said, I'm certainly not an expert in the game. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.